Building Duroja.
Daily Times African News.
Oh Jesus, just when you call my name, I'll be happy to say I'm ready to come home. And when my own here on earth is done, I'll celebrate with saints as will be coming home. Say, oh, 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 oh.
This is a message to all of you, wherever you are, more especially the family of ECG and Prophetic Channel, those who follow our ministry and stand with us in terms of happiness and in terms of sad moments. This is a message to all of you, wherever you are, that as we are standing in this period, this hour, this moment of sadness for losing one of our greatest musician, worshiper in the church, James Nee, and two of his colleagues who have been ministering in the Lord and serving God in ECG, Brian as well as Beston. It is a sad moment of time where we are remembering them, remembering their works they did before the Lord called them to rest. This is a message to all of you, Prophetic Channel viewers, ECG, all my leaders, wherever you are, that God has a purpose in doing anything that He does. As it is written in the book of Psalm 116, from verse 1 going down, the Bible says, the heathen ask a question, where is God? Our God is in heaven. Because of His mercy, because of His love, and because of His grace, He is with us. There are moments where we ask questions. Why are we passing through what we are passing through? Or why are we facing what we are facing? But the simple answer is this. In the book of Isaiah 57, verse 1 to 3, the Bible reads and says, the righteous perishes, and no man takes it to count. Merciful men are taken away, while no one considers. That the righteous is taken away from evil. He shall enter into peace, they shall rest in their beds, each one walking in the uprightness. The Bible says, the righteous perishes, and no man takes it to heart. No one thinks, why are they perishing? Why are the righteous perishing? Then the Bible says, merciful men are taken away, while no one considers that the righteous is taken away from evil. There are things that God does, as it is written in Psalm 115, the verse I mentioned earlier on, that our God is in heaven. He does whatsoever pleases Him. What pleases the Lord is not what pleases man, and what pleases man is not what pleases the Lord. If you remember vividly, a week ago I did mention during diplomatic service, I did mention because the Lord had prepared me. He had warned me. He had spoke to me that something's going to happen, and it will be an issue to do with loss of lives. I did mention on the diplomatic service that it is not a good thing for us to complain when one person dies. I did mention that it is a transfer that happens in the physical world into the spiritual world. And I know so many people didn't know why I said that statement, but the Lord had prepared me and forewarned me of what was about to happen. And He had told me and comforted me prior to the event, the Easter that happened. James, Brian, as well as Beston, they have died on the field as we were coming from the 2 million souls quest. Their lives will be remembered here on earth, but celebrated in heaven. For those who pray and who are in the Spirit, we all know and realize that the martyrs are those people who die while serving the Lord. These are true martyrs who have died with identities while coming from winning 2 million souls. I feel and think I must let people know about Jesus Christ before Jesus Christ comes into their lives. Jesus may not come now for the world, but he may come now for you. But the reason why we are confident of their salvation and of their life in Christ, it is because I preached to them, I reached out to them, and I'm preaching the word to the lost. I wish you well, all of you my leaders, and those watching me, I wish you well. As James clearly said before he died 4 days, he did say on his status, on Instagram page, that he saw himself caught up in heaven. He had a vision and he saw his heart stopping breathing, and he saw a new world, and it was the word of God. People who die, they die in the Lord, they don't complain, or they don't feel like it's a loss. Hear this message of you wherever you are. I know many people like to go to the burial, to the funeral in Malawi and be there. My word to you is desire to be where they are, not where they'll be buried. Desire to make it for heaven, where they are, not where they'll be kept. Their bodies will be kept. God loves you, and keep on loving God. Give your life to Jesus, and know, let these deaths be a reminder to all of us, to each one of us, that Jesus can come into our lives at any time. Prepare your lives and walk upright in the uprightness of God, and you'll be ready to face the day when he comes and take you to his own. There's also a message to all my leaders that this does not mean our service to the Lord must cease and stop. I urge all of you to continue doing the work of the Lord, preach the word, and to continue doing all things. Let's move on and serve the Lord. With these words, I want to remind you that this weekend of services all over the world, and these services will not stop. We'll continue having our services, our worship services, still more as we still remember our colleagues. Love you all. Stay blessed. My name is Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, a body servant of the Lord Jesus Christ and a prophet called not according to the will of man, but to the will of God. Thank you. Love you all. Shalom.
I don't care how many times I'm fought for the sake of your name, Yahweh, because I know victory is in your hands. See, there are times I feel like giving up because I'm only human, but your spirit strengthens me, God, and you give me a purpose of my living in this.
dailytimesafrica.com a website be if you want to promote your music, you have a news, you have an article, you want people to read about you. Charlie, if you have a music to have about 100,000 downloads per week, just visit Daily Times Africa. You can also join me. My contact is there. You call me, we will talk for more updates. Thank you. God.
Daily Times Africa, our proud sponsors. God bless you. Keep watching.